Okay. Star Jesse Taylor. I know I'm a little randier today. I know it's gotten into me. All right. I have a question about adding my paid Skool community now that I build my audience to over 1,000 people for the free one. Wow. Okay, I'm not even sure what that says. I have a question about adding my paid Skool community now that I build my audience over to 1,000 people for the free one. All right, I'll try to figure this out. I have, by the way, for many of you, your copy would have been improved if you read it out loud. I have 220,000 IG, 800K TikTok, 20K YouTube. Cool. I've been a mental health and relationship coach for 5 years. Cool. There's a common theme that most of my audience can't pay my coaching prices. Fine. I think it might be a good idea to niche down to help business owners with heartbreak. I don't know how to find the right offer for the theme. Okay, this is good. Okay, so I have a question about adding. I'm guessing it means adding paid now that you have a free one. I think that's what this means. I think this is, what do I include in my paid community now that I have a free one and this is my business? Okay, Star, I'm going to hope that that's the question. Okay, so most people want more personalized version of the free group. So free group is very good for basic information. That still adds a lot of value. DIY and info and tools. What they're going to want is assurance. So they want insurance that they're choosing the right path. So if they're picking their niche, they're using a strategy or whatever, they want to know that what they picked on do-it-yourself is the right one. It's the same reason that you guys are on this call, is that you want some level of assurance that the thing you're about to do is the right move. That's number one. Number two is they want some level of personalization. So that is kind of a different way of explaining the first one, which is what are some of the details that I might not think of that are more specific to my industry or my business? So start, you see my stuff, but now you're like, but what about my business that I can apply these big fundamental principles to this specific example? So it's taking the general and making it specific. All right. So it's give away information, sell personalization, give away general, sell specific, or give away whatever, sell implementation. Same concepts here across the board. And so, Star, for you, this is where, I mean, you lend yourself very well to, unfortunately or fortunately, a coaching business or a therapy business. Like this business is, the nice thing is there's no lack of people who want this. Now, what you might have to find out is who the real avatar, or specifically who the buyer is. So I would bet if I did, 5 seconds of Google research, I'll bet that women are the primary consumers of therapy, or at least purchasers, and they force their husbands to do it. And so it might be okay for you to sell the wives and then get the husbands, as a side note. Now, if people say they can't afford your coaching prices, that's fine. The vast majority of people who reach out to me ask me for things, and I say no, that's okay. So the point isn't to sell the most people. The point is to make the most money. So if you could have one billionaire from Saudi Arabia pay you $10 million a year and only do that to take them on as a customer, that would probably make you more money than selling 10,000 people at $100 a month. It literally would, right? And it'd be certainly be a lot less work. And so the idea here is, one, it's okay that not everyone buys, and it's normal that not everyone buys. You're not for everyone. You're premium. You're good. You've been doing this for a while, right? And obviously you're good at making content, so you probably are a good communicator, at least verbally, right? Or at least on camera. And so I don't see that as a problem at all. The free community, the paid community is make it your private client community. I'm just telling, like, if I had to make a bet of what would work, you just call it Star's private client community. Now you're like, okay, wait, that could be a drama pool. Sure as shit could. And so what you want to do is, like, kind of like what we're doing here, is you want to talk about the fundamental principles that you're seeing across the relationships. You're like, guys, this week, this was really on my mind. A lot of you guys are not taking accountability for your partner, right? You're blaming, you're using the finger of blame rather than the thumb of accountability. And I think that's got to stop. And so this is what I want you to do. For this week, every time your spouse says, how was your day? I want you to say great. And I want you to name 3 things about why your day was great, because every one of us has 3 things about why our day was great. And I want you to break out of this victim bullshit, whatever. I'm making this up as I go, right? And so you can make that your one-to-many. That's in your paid thing. And then you can include the call stuff inside. That's included within the recurring. And if they need additional help, they can buy one-off purchases inside the store. And I think that's where, if you want, you could sell retreats in person, which would be super, super lucrative. You could sell $2,000, $5,000 retreats to tropical locations, things like that. People love that shit because it's vacation and they basically spend more money for it. And you just get to make a premium on something that they already plan on spending thousands of dollars for. So, like, good kudos there. Also, fun side note on that, if someone goes on a relationship retreat, they're not actually trying to be like in class all day. So they're going to be happy if you spend 2 hours in the morning and then you just give them the rest of the day to like hang out and enjoy their vacation. So like the amount of work to amount of price that you can charge is pretty good there. But yeah, so workshops, the live retreats is a really strong one. Semi-private you can do. That will definitely, like, you'll have to incur, like, this will be up to you in terms of your skill set, but having like a safe space for them, I think could be really valuable. Or you can do one-on-one. I'd encourage you to just try and figure out the semi-private model because it's just way more scalable. You make more money. So that's what I would do for the paid community. Everything I just said to start probably applies to like 100 other of you listening to this. So that's why I went deep on it. Okay, Alexander T. Walsh. They just hired a team of one DM closer and one content creator for organic traffic on Instagram. How do I have them collaborate? I mean, have them talk to each other. I'm actually not really sure what the question is here. How do I, like, the collaborate, like, fundamentally, the organic person is going to be making stuff that has CTAs that says message, whatever. And I'll give you another tidbit I got from the one day. The people who use comments to go to DM to set calls or close via DM, they have a double barrel strategy, I'll call. So they tell someone to comment the word, and then they respond to the comment with the word. So they get 2 comments. And then the responded comment says, DM me this, and I'll send it to you. And so that way they get 2 comments, and then they get the DM and they can engage with them. And so for many of you guys, and that'll drive engagement and all the other stuff. And so that's fundamentally what the DM setter is going to probably do, unless you're doing it off of stories. But if you're doing it off Reels, then that's how you do it. So that's the guys who did do it off Reels did it that way. The guys who did it off stories, most people did both. All right, I have exactly like 100 seconds. So Sood, it's you. It's your day. Hope you're well. Thank you. I'm considering focusing my AI automation agency on small business with 1,000+ leads per week. Okay. Should I specialize in an industry like healthcare or finance, or keep my focus broader? Okay. This happens for everybody who's starting out. What's my niche? Here's the deal. You can say yes to everyone in the beginning, understanding that you're going to do more work on customization, more work on all this stuff, because you're basically selling, you're going to come up with a solution for every one of these businesses. But what you will discover is that there's 1 or 2 avatars that you do exceptionally well with that are easier for you. And then once you discover that, when you look at the first 50 customers you have, you say, you know what? I'm going to specialize because they are the least amount of work. They make the most money. They're the blah, 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 all the good stuff. And so once you do that, then you reformulate your messaging. Because I said this in the video, but you iterate your way to success. Your first idea will be idiotic, and that's why it's iteration, right? You want to get the bad one out as fast as you can, get lots of yeses out, promise the world, deliver the world, realize that it sucks because you don't have time to do this, and you say, I need a more scalable solution, but guess what you have now? Skills and money. And now you can trade that money, trade that experience, and then get more niche down. And we're at time. I love you guys. Keep being awesome. I'll see you guys on next week's edition of the Skool A's and Q's. Bye. Listen, if we get 1 out of 2 paid communities to make money, most people don't have organic audiences. So we had to figure it out, or no one would stay on Skool, but we have. And that's why we have tens of thousands of groups on Skool right now. And as much as I'd like to think people love me, people stay because they make money. And we'll show you exactly how they did it. And also, just to make sure you don't get stuck on any step, I answer questions every single week. And so now's the best time to get started. So if that sounds at all interesting, the best part is you can start a community of your own absolutely free. Worst case, start for free, you decide to quit, and then you can take all the training that other people charge thousands of dollars for with you for free. Best case, you take a 0-risk move and build an online business that could change your life forever. And to be clear, I'm not asking you to decide yes or no today. I'm asking you to make an informed decision. That's it. And the only way you can do that is on the inside, not on the outside. So get inside and see if everything that we say is true and valuable to you. And if you get in and decide it's not for you, no sweat. But you can't truly make an informed decision right now for the same reason you don't buy a house without looking inside of it first, or test drive a car before buying it. So this is a guaranteed risk-free test drive. And the only reason you can make an offer that strong is because you're confident that what you have is the real deal. And I'm fairly confident that when you sign up by hitting the button below, you're getting exactly what you need to start your online business. So you might as well give it a shot. The only other guarantee is that if you don't take this shot, you'll stay right where you are right now. But if you take action, you could be the next one coming out to Vegas celebrating how quickly you built an online business with consistent monthly recurring revenue and driving away in a Cybertruck or with 100 grand in cash in your pocket. Pretty neat. So click the button below, join us in the Skool games. I take calls every Monday, hop on, and be sure to let me know you're new. I'll see you on the other side.